Hey guys, let's talk Hamilton Jazzmaster Collection. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your dough? Let's do it. I have here one of Hamilton's Jazzmaster open heart watches, reference H327055551. And this is one of Hamilton's, maybe 3 or 4 skeletal open heart offerings within the collection. We're going to use this watch as the base to talk about the brand, the collection, and kind of the watch value as a whole. The watch is valued at retail for $1,000, and in gray market, let's say you can get this for around $600-700. So we'll slap a average price for this watch of $800, and think about its merits based off of that. Let's talk the good, the bad, and the ugly. First off, who's Hamilton, and does this brand come with prestige and heritage? Well, Hamilton is actually quite rich in American history. In fact, its claim to fame, and you can see it here on my watch history poster timeline, back in 1957, their claim to fame is the Hamilton Ventura, which was not only quite unique and revolutionary in design, but also in technical aspects as well. Worn by the king of rock himself, Elvis Presley, Hamilton watches have also been featured in a number of very popular Hollywood films in its heydays back in 1960s and 1970s. Today, Hamilton is owned by the Swatch Watch Group, one of the largest watch conglomerates owning the likes of Omega. And so it is a Swiss-made watch in today's standards, but it comes with a very rich American heritage. So you're getting definitely the heritage, the brand, for the price here. What I like about this watch, first off, is its amazing dial. I love how classy they did the open heart piece, and a very unique take too. What you find that's very disgusting in modern day skeleton watches is these disgusting and large watches where they're adding all kinds of unnecessary gears and unnecessary plating to the movement in order to make it look more complex than it really is. Well, Hamilton doesn't do that. They're literally just giving you a peek into the movement. They've added a little extra layer of perlage at the front to make it look a little more luxurious. But other than that, it's just pure engineering, pure movement, and pure class, I must say. It may not be apparent to you, but even though this is a luxury watch, it actually does have lume in both the hour, minutes, and the hour markers. And I kind of really like that attention to detail there, because now it makes this watch a slightly more practical watch. But the way they did the lume on the hour markers kind of makes it almost invisible at first glance, but still has that functionality, which I really appreciate. What's also impressive about this watch is its movement. In post-2016 versions of this particular watch, you're going to find the Hamilton H10 movement inside of it. And what makes this watch movement a little unique is it's actually based off of the typical ETA 2824, but in exchange for a slightly lower beats per hour rate, you're getting double the time reserve. And so the ETA 2824 has a 40-hour power reserve beating at 28,800 beats per hour, whereas this movement is speeding at 21,800 beats per hour, but boasts an impressive 80 hours of power reserve. And so you can take this watch off on a Friday, come back to it on a Monday, and it'll be beating and keeping time just as expected. So the looks are there, the technical aspects are there, the brand is there. What don't I like about this watch? Well, it's not even something that's attached to the watch itself as much as the band that Hamilton presents this watch with. Now, the band may be different from pre-2016 models, but in modern models of this particular watch, you're receiving a deployment clasp band, which I actually really like the clasp itself, and it comes in with a minderless loop system where you can actually hide the extra slack of your band underneath. But what I don't like about this particular band is a couple of things. One, the very cheap bowstring effort that they've put on here. You can see it really pops out and it looks just a little too much in your face. And if you're pressing down on it, it almost feels like they just put in a plastic straw in between the leather. And so it doesn't feel exactly the greatest. Also, the underside of the band itself is not calfskin. I'm not sure even what this is, and you can see it's quite damaged by daily wear and even by the deployment clasp itself. And it does have the feeling of kind of a cheaper material, and it doesn't have the quality that I would expect from Hamilton, at least at this particular price point, unfortunately. But let's conclude. Is the Hamilton Jazzmaster watch worth your time and money? Well, there's no, hesitance on my end to say that this definitely is worth your time and money. In fact, Hamilton Jazzmasters are kind of renowned for providing excellent value for the dollar, and you can definitely see it here on this particular watch as well.